All right, this is your host Shane, Bitcoin Crypto News Online. I've been having a hard time getting a stream going, so I'm just recording. Today we'll get right into it. There are reasons for optimism with Bitcoin price coming up, and I will show you why. There are several articles on the subject of the M2 liquidity. This is the money supply. The world money supply is going up pretty good. The U.S. money supply is starting to go up. There's a good chance the interest rates are going to continue to go down. And seems like the President Trump, that is kind of what he had in mind. That's why he's kind of weakening the dollar, to push them into lowering interest rates, because that can help business and rev up the economy. So our all-time high of January, $109,000. Now we've dipped down into the 70s, high 70s, 70K. But the good news amongst all the bad news, and I'm trying to get you right into the main article instead of string you along to the end. So if you just want to stay for the main article instead of wait for the charts or whatever, that's been kind of my strategy. But I'll also tell you probably some things toward the end, maybe at times what I'm doing, what's going on. So you could get some more information and insight that might be interesting if you stay to the end. But either way, please like and subscribe. So, as you've probably heard, Bitcoin liquidity and the money supply. So there's two money supplies that we think of in the U.S. It's the U.S. money supply and the world money supply. Both of these do affect Bitcoin prices. And we're going to look at also, for you who are brand new to investing in Bitcoin, or you're thinking about investing in Bitcoin, check out my 101 classes on Bitcoin to really help you understand how Bitcoin works. And they're free on the video channel. In fact, I think the trailer, if you go to my YouTube site, will take you right into one of those, presentations that I used to do, or I still do them once in a while. But anyway, here is the chart. So you've got this Bitcoin in red, the global money supply in black. So the thesis is, when the money supply goes up, that Bitcoin trails an upward movement 86% of the time, according to CME FedWatch tool. And the chart shows the correlation between the M2 money supply and Bitcoin. So as we see this black money supply going up, as it is right now, we should expect to see Bitcoin come up. And I've heard that different charts show anywhere from like 8 to 12 weeks, the average being about in the middle there, so of 11 weeks, I believe. So here is the August 16th chart, where you can see that happen. The money supply went up, and then Bitcoin followed with the new all-time high. So iShares Bitcoin ETF Trust. Now this is a NASDAQ.com article that's not too old. It's the 14th, so it's only a few days old. But there's this zone, and it's a critical zone that acts as a high risk to reward zone for investors with long-term investing time frame and the ability to stomach short-term volatility. So as always, never investing advice, just telling you what charts show, what analysts are saying, and then sometimes my personal thoughts on it. So you get this information and you do what you think you need to do. But in the long term, people who short Bitcoin or long Bitcoin, they play the options game, they usually get bit and lose a lot of money. And when that happens, when they get a lot of money or lose a lot of money, it affects Bitcoin's price. And if they bet against Bitcoin and they lose, Bitcoin's price can move pretty quickly. If a lot of them were to win, it can also affect Bitcoin's price too. So here you can see what IBIT says here. Previous breakout zone gap, 40-week MA. So these zones here indicate that we could be headed for a breakout as the M2 money supply goes up, which it is at a all-time high, and we're expecting it to go even higher as the US drops interest rates. So with that being said, the Bitcoin going up, we still have 8 to 14 weeks if these past charts are any indication. And are the whales buying up Bitcoin? Yes, we know they are. And I'm buying Bitcoin. I'm not buying it every day. I am mining it every day. And but I have bought some every week. I've kind of run out of cash right now for the rest of this month. I'm very low on cash to invest in more Bitcoin, but I wish I could. But that's where it is. So for you guys who are new, this is a great chart right here. These are your Bitcoin returns year over year. So when I give my advice, I don't advise to short the market, or I advise to buy and hold. And in fact, to buy when you see these dips, or to just set it on autopilot to buy every week a few dollars, even if you can only buy $5–10 worth, a month, do it. It's going to enrich you. I mean, look at this. 2010, the change was 9,900%. Now, we probably are never going to see anything like that again. But in 2011, see, I got involved in Bitcoin right in between these 2010, 2011. It was very end of 2010, and it wasn't worth much, like $1 or less than $1. But and I had no idea. I wasn't really investing as an investor. I just bought some for the heck of it because I thought, this is kind of a neat project. Maybe it'll be something someday. So I didn't really get involved until 2017 real heavily. So all that time I just kind of was like, yeah, whatever, Bitcoin, yeah, maybe it'll do something. But anyway, 1,400% in 2011, 186% in 2012, and then 2013, 5,500%. So those people who were really in there and active between 2010 and 2013 that are still holding today and bought multiple Bitcoins back then are probably very, very rich. Unfortunately, I only bought a handful of them, and I did lose them because I didn't know what I was doing. And wow, what a big mistake when 2017 came and I tried to find those Bitcoins because I realized they were worth like $3,000 a piece. So yeah, big mistake. And I said, man, I'm not going to do that again. I need to learn more about Bitcoin, learn how to hold it. Back then it was a lot harder to hold Bitcoin. There was exchanges and stuff, but it's not a good idea to keep all your Bitcoin on an exchange. So it's an okay place to start, and you can do that if you want, but maybe not the best idea. So we did have a big loss in 2014. You've got $58,000 loss. Now, this is the pattern that we've seen since 2014, is about 3 years of up market followed by 1 year of negative. So that's why we say hold your Bitcoin at least 4 years to see a profit. Now, obviously, if you buy Bitcoin in this year, the next year is going to be a loss. This year, it could be that, if the chart continues, which it seems to more or less follow the cycles, okay? Every 4 years, it looks like you will have a drop. So 2018, we saw a 73% drop. But look at the increases in 2017. The year before the drop seems to be, even here in 2010, that was one of the bigger ones, okay? This was initial adoption. People were just learning about it. It was all growth. Everything was growth. So really got to kind of X that year out. It's not really something you can count on historically. But we do see some pattern where the second or the last year are where the all-time highs were made after the loss. So here we are, and 2025 so far, we would be in a loss at 82,000. That is probably not how the year is going to end. The year is going to end up in a positive direction, most likely. And we expect that because of what we're seeing with the charts with the M2 money supply. And in fact, I really think Bitcoin is going to have a good year next year as well, because we have this kind of mass adoption for the average person, the average business, the average government entity. So all these people are onboarding countries, nation states, things like that. So you can see, so I invested here in 2017. I got the loss, and then I got the gain. Okay? And the next year I got fabulous gains. The next year I got great gains, and then the next year took away 21 gains, but the next year I more than doubled them. Okay? And then I've done very well here. So this year, even though that says 12%, when I look at my portfolio of Bitcoin, I don't see that. I don't see a loss. I see a big gain because I've held it since, back here. And that's the beauty of Bitcoin is year on year, your average, I believe it's like 50, 60%. Some at one point it was 200%. So somewhere between 50 and 200% increase on your good years. Wow, that's really nice. Sometimes lower, like 35 right there. But this is what you have to look forward for long-term gain. And you just aren't going to see that with any other investment. No other investment has those upside potentials. So I'm thinking that we're going to have some sideways the next month or so. So we got March, April potentially. Maybe it'll pick up toward the end of April or in May. And hopefully, if these charts hold true, this is an accumulation time. This would be an accumulation time. All right, so that's the main story of the day. Of course, there is other news we can look at, but let's take a look at the charts. If you're still with me, please like and subscribe. Really appreciate your support. The total market cap, $2.8 trillion. You can see right here, total market cap. When we were over the $3 trillion market cap, Bitcoin was doing much better. We definitely want to get back in the 3 and catapult into the $4 to $5 trillion market cap to really see some sort of altcoin season. We really have not had an altcoin season, but we'll talk about that. Top 10 coins are mixed, down or up. So Bitcoin's kind of break even right now. Ethereum's kind of break even right now. Tether, that doesn't count. XRP is doing well, 0.1% gain. Got a gain for the week, a gain for the day. So lots going on with Tether, ETF possibility, very good. Solana has an ETF possibility too, but doesn't seem to be enjoying the same gains. Solana has a lot going on with their new phone coming out. Cardano showing a gain for the day and the week, but down for the hour. Dogecoin, I noticed it was up a penny yesterday, so teetering on some gains for the week and the day. And then Tron at number 10. So usually I go all the way down to Litecoin, but I don't know that people are really interested in just looking at these prices. You can always just download this CoinGecko app and look at your phone and see what the price is very quickly. So that may not be of value to you to look at those charts. Fear and greed, 32%. So not extreme fear, but fear, which typically means that's a buying opportunity. It kind of is a trailing chart, I would say, in some instances. We've got our coin prediction and forecast. So what does Bitcoin have the potential to do in the incoming 5-day, 1 month, 3 month, 6 month, and year? Go to coincodex.com. You can actually get the chart for all the coins, their projected increases, which is pretty cool. I like that a lot. I like Codex. I can't get, my computer's kind of frozen right now. Let's see, I think got to get rid of that. All right, so Bitcoin price right now, $84,000. 5-day prediction is $98,000. Now, this is not a guarantee. This is just indicated of the charts where we should be, what the relative strength, the 200-day, and the 50-day moving average, I believe, indicate that this is what we have the potential for. We have potential for a plus market. 1 month 111, 6 month 160, and then a drop after 6 months to 140, and a drop in a year to 129. So you can see the past charts and calendars show that we will have a new all-time high, and then we will be going down again. Same thing for ETH, and a lot of these other coins follow suit. Love to see Dogecoin up over 58 cents. That would be a disappointment, since the all-time high this year was like 60 something cents, and Dogecoin should by all rights be going up over $1. Okay, next we have the altcoin season. This indicating that we definitely are in a low for altcoins. This is a buying opportunity, but I would say very solid coins with stop losses if you are just starting. Any of the gambling coins or the meme coins, you just figure you're going to lose all your money. Whatever money you put in there, that's like going to the store and buying a lotto ticket, okay, with better odds. All right. So there's that. I did have one more news article to talk to you about if you were interested, but I can't find it. Oh, here we go. Crypto Slate, they tell us, Bitcoin is showing some weakness below 80,000, showing a bearish timeline. And I do agree with that. We did look at the charts a week or so ago and talked about this down market, temporary down market that we're in, and that now we look at the money supply charts and we see that this is something that we should be out of in the next couple months, hopefully, or 2.5 months, depending, maybe even sooner, maybe in just 8 weeks. So we'll have to see how that works out, but it is looking like the timetable is going to stretch on for us. But, Bitcoin has a way of disappointing a lot of people or surprising people. And people could be waiting for another all-time low to put their money in, and we may not get it. We may just bounce right around where we're at. So how do you play that? That's up to you. Me, typically I try to leave some money behind. But when it hit 78,000, I was like, okay, I'm just going to buy all I can, and that was my choice. So if it drops down more and I miss it, well, that's okay. 78 still a great place to buy, a couple fistfuls of satoshis. All right. So here the supply uncertainty is between 70 and 80K. Limited buying activity, not a lot of people buying it. France's central bank governor warns of financial upheaval because of Trump and his tariffs and stuff, and he's saying that Trump shouldn't back crypto. XRP defines sector record with 6.4 billion in ETP outflows, so reaching 1.2 billion. Adding to the drama, Bitcoin will test the market resilience with a $450 million short position in Hyperliquid. So all kinds of stuff going on that could push the market even lower if they work out one way or the other. The global crypto cap here, 2.7 trillion as of the time of this article, which is 17th, which is today. And we know where the price is. The dominance is over 60%, which usually is an indication that that altcoins will come up at some point. Ethereum, $1,922. That dominance is way down at 8.5. The best performing sector is storage, which gained 12%. And here are the top articles. And I think we're good. I'm not going to go into any of these articles today. None of them, I don't think, are going to change what we've already talked about. So hopefully this recording comes out halfway decent. Thank you for tuning in. Until next time, goodbye. Have a great